a harlot clothing and deceived Judah. And Judah, deceiving himself, gave Tamar money and lay with her and impregnated her. Now, when she became pregnant, Tamar went back to Judah and told Judah, I'm with child. And that child is of your seed. And that if anybody else's seed is of your seed, what did Judah do? Let's go see. Let's go to Genesis. Let's see what Judah did. Um, okay. Boy, Genesis 38. Genesis 38. The pretext. The pretext is Genesis 5. The pretext is Genesis verse 11. Genesis 38, verse 11. That's the pretext. And as you get into the pretext of the story, we find out that Genesis 38, verse 24, we see it. It says, and it came to pass about 3 months after that, it was told Judah, saying, Tamar, thy daughter-in-law, hath played the harlot. And also, behold, she is with child by whoredom. And Judah said, bring her forth, let her be burned. And when she was brought forth, she sent her father-in-law, saying, by the man, who these are, am I with child? And she said, discern, I pray thee, who are these? The signet and bracelet and staff. And Judah acknowledged them and said, she hath been more righteous than I, because that I gave her not to Shelah, my youngest son. And he knew her again no more. He put her away. And it came to pass in the time of her travail that, behold, twins were in the womb. So Judah, after finding out that Tamar was pregnant with his twin, he put her away. He didn't divorce her. He put her away. She was doomed by the law of Yahuwah. She became his wife when he lay with her and when she was with child, especially when she was with child. So, I'm going to keep this video short as possible. I can go through this whole book. I mean, there's so many references to help us define what marriage is. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have children with someone, that person is your wife / husband. I don't care if it was a one-night thing. I don't care if you guys were in a relationship for 2 years and it didn't work out and you guys are sharing custody. You are married to that person. In fact, let us confirm this. Let us confirm this. I believe that's in Corinthians. Yeah, we're gonna go back to that's in Corinthians. Okay, now we're gonna go back to Corinthians 7. Okay, Corinthians 7, 10 and 11, and then We're going to read verse 12. But to the rest of everybody, I, to the rest speak I, not Yahuwah. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, if she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. Paul is reaffirming Yahuwah's stand. Don't put away your wives. In fact, Jeremiah 3, I'm not going to go to Jeremiah 3. These scriptures are coming to me, and I'm not very good at understanding. Like some people could say, go to Jeremiah 3, verse 4. Go to Zechariah, verse 5, 15. Go to Genesis 38. They can do that off the top of their head. I'm not there yet. I don't desire to be there. I think everybody has different offices. The way it works for me is I've read I would say 80 to 85% of the book. I've read the majority of the book. I've retained and I've eaten and I've understood the parables and the testimonies in this book. So it's coming to me in verses and its testimonies rather than in chapters and verses. So Jeremiah 3 is another reference that you can go to. But anyway, as I was saying, verse 12 is reaffirming what Yahuwah was telling us in Genesis. Reaffirming what he was telling us in Deuteronomy. Reaffirming what he was telling us in Ephesians. Reaffirming what he was telling us in Matthew. It's reaffirmation. So, 13. And the woman which hath a husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. Now, some would ask, yes, marriage is an everlasting covenant. It's an everlasting covenant. Now, some may ask, no, a woman who is divorced cannot remarry. But when can a woman remarry? When is she allowed to remarry? And we come to find out when that is for Elohim. Yah Elohim is the Elohim of mercy, and he's a loving kindness Elohim. He will not do things that are burdensome to us. So let us see. And not only this, I want to bring up two precepts, and I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I understand this is a long video. I tend to ramble on, but two things. One, a virgin is a woman who has not had sex with any man in her life. In Numbers and Leviticus, it speaks of a dowry. A dowry has nothing to do with marriage. A dowry is only for virgins. I'm going to say it again. A dowry is only for virgins. The definition, the Hebrew definition of a virgin is a woman who has never been with a man. Now, a young woman, is either a virgin or a wife. Okay? A young woman is, a woman can be married at, if she's, 21, 22 years old. If she's married, that's a young woman. She's just somebody's wife. She's not a virgin. You understand? A woman who is, say, 25, and she's never been with a man, she's never been married, she never had sex. She is a virgin, but she's still a young woman. Now, the reason I bring that up is because as we go to 1 Corinthians 7, at the end of it, when can women remarry? We start at verse 34. Read 34 with me. There is a difference also between a wife and a virgin. The unmarried woman should be a virgin, caring for the things of Yahuwah, that she may be holy, both in body and in spirit. But she that is married careth for the things of the world, how she may please her husband. And this I speak for your own profit, for your own sake, not that I may cast a snare upon you, but for that which is comely, for that which is good, that ye may attend upon Yahuwah without distraction. But if any man think he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin, if she pass the flower of her age, when she begins her puberty, if she pass the flower of her age, and these so require, let him do what he will. He sitteth not, let them marry. Nevertheless, he that standeth steadfast in his heart, having no necessity, but hath power over his own will, and hath so decreed in his heart that he will keep his virginity, doeth well. So then, he that giveth her in marriage doeth well. He that taketh her. When you marry a woman, you do good. That's good. That's holy. As long as it's undefiled. That's doing well. But he that giveth her not in marriage doeth better. The wife is bound by the law. The wife is bound by the law of marriage. The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth. But if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will, only in Yahuwah. So, in other words, your husband passes away. The example that your husband left, seek a better example in Yahuwah, in Yeshua. Seek a better example. So, a divorced woman cannot remarry. She can only go back to her original husband. A woman whose husband has passed away can remarry. She is a widow. A widow can remarry as long as she remarried in righteousness. So, the second part, Genesis. It keeps coming to me. It's Genesis. No, that's also in Matthew. Someone asked me, I made a previous video about Proverbs 18. Pretty long video, I had to chop it up. But in Proverbs 18, I detailed that the man is not, nowhere in the scriptures, nowhere, I'm not going to get into it. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moshe, Joseph, David, Esther the king, Boaz. No, there was not one righteous man in the scripture that went chasing after or courted a woman. Men do not, righteous men of Yahuwah do not court women. You express your interest. I'm interested in you. I like your spirit. I like how you are pleasing to my eye. But that's it. You don't need to ask her for a number. You don't need to say are you married. You don't need to talk to her, send her messages every day. That men are to focus on your whore. Just as the son focus on the father, the disciples focus on their master. So as disciples and apostles, we are to focus on our master. The women focus on the men. So, that being said, I detail that in Proverbs 18:22. And someone asked me something. If that's the case, when Yahuwah says, "If a man shall leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and the twain shall be one flesh," that means the man is supposed to leave his father and his mother and go to his wife. No. That is what the world teaches you. That is not what the Father teaches you. And the thing about the Father is the opposite of the way the Father operates in the opposite way that the world operates. Oh, I'm gonna, as I end this video, I'm gonna, in fact, testify to you that the wedding is the pagan custom. No Hebrews in this scripture, no Israelites, no Hebrew Israelites in this scripture, not even the Messiah, not even Paul, Peter, not even James, nobody had a wedding ceremony. But the reason it says the man shall leave his father and his mother and shall cleave to his wife is because the woman is supposed to stay under the authority of her father's house. When we look at Sarah in the book of Jubilees, I believe. Yeah, the book of Yasha. The book of Yasha. When we read Isaac, Rebecca, when we read Leah and Jacob, even Leah and Rachel, when we read David and Bathsheba, even David and Abigail, we see that the woman came to the man's house. Now, what that verse means is that the woman remains under her father, under the authority of her father. She remains under the head of her father until she is given to her husband. Then she is moved to her husband's house, and she is under the authority of her husband. So that's what that means. So let me end this. Let me go to, I think that's in Luke. Luke. What it can Okay. All right, we're gonna go to the book of John. Verse 2. The book of John, chapter 2. And the third day, there was a marriage in Cana of Galilee, at the mother of Yahshua was there. And both Yahshua was called, and his disciple to this marriage, to the wedding, to this marriage. Now, matter of fact, notice that the word wedding is not used. Wedding is a pagan custom. But I'm going to show you how it's a pagan custom anyway. But anyway, and both Yahshua was called and his disciple to the marriage. And when they wanted wine, the mother of Yahshua said unto him, they have no wine. And Yahshua said unto her, Woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not come. Now, that's the priesthood. Now, this is a wedding. This is a marriage going on in Galilee. Now, where is Galilee? Where is this wedding taking place? That's why when you read the scriptures, you have to ask those 5 questions. Who, what, where, and why. Now, we go to verse verse 10. Okay, in verse 10 it reads, and saith unto him, every man at the beginning doth set forth good wine, and when the men have well drunk, then that which is worth. But thou hast kept the good wine until now. Thou hast kept the commandment. The commandment was at the beginning. The testimony of the law was at the beginning. It existed before Moses. It existed way before Moses. I'll make a video about that one day. Now, 11. This beginning of miracle did Yahshua in Cana of Galilee, and manifested forth his glory, and his disciples believed on him. Okay, now, let me find out Galilee. It should have been there. Capernaum. Okay, I can't specifically find it right now. Let me look it up. I'm having a little trouble finding it. Oh, okay. And okay, we're gonna use John chapter 2 as a pretext. John chapter 2 doesn't define the where and the what. We're gonna go to we're gonna go to Matthew chapter 4. And in Matthew chapter 4, we're going to find out where Galilee is. We're going to find out where Galilee is. Now, in Matthew chapter 4, it tells you that, verse 14, I'm sorry. Matthew chapter 4, verse 14, it tells you that Cana, the city in Galilee, is actually located in the land of the Gentiles. is located in the land of not the Israelites, not the Hebrews, but in the land of the Gentile, of the heathen, of the pagan. So we read verse 14. No, we read verse 13. No, we read verse 12. Now, when Yahshua had heard that Yachaniah was cast into prison, he departed into Galilee. And leaving Nazareth, he came and dwelt in Capernaum, which is upon the seacoast, in the borders of Zebulun and Naphtali, which is on the outside of Zebulun and Naphtali. He left that land, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by Isaiah the prophet Isaiah, by Isaiah the prophet, saying, the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, by the way of the sea, beyond Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles. And the people which sat in the darkness saw a great light, and to them which sat in the region and the shadow of death, light is sprung up. So we understand and we know that the European nation, the land of the Gentile, off the coast of what is present-day Palestine, Jordan, and Israel, further up. That land is considered the land of the Gentiles because he came out of the Dark Ages. So when Yahshua came into that land, he was a great light unto them. But they were practicing pagan customs and pagan traditions that were not a part of the Father. So we understand and we see in Matthew and in John that wedding was a pagan custom that other people or other nations practiced, but it was not practiced by the true Hebrew Israelites. So with that said, I hope I gave a thorough understanding of marriage, the definition of marriage, and the tenets of marriage. There may be some more videos coming forward about this, but I just felt I wanted to share with you guys the definition, because you know there's a lot of misunderstandings and a lot of misteachings about who can marry and who cannot. If you have children by a man or a woman, that person is your husband or your wife in the eyes of the Father. But anyway, I hope this video has been of benefit to you. May Yah bless you and yours. May Yah be with you. Shalom. Yah bless.